Sometimes Survivor succeeds despite itself. In this era of Survivor, idols, twists and advantages reign supreme. The more, the better, but sometimes it's just too much. This week we see the return of the dreaded do or die twist and a culmination of multiple advantages. A box with a flame made the difference between a dud or an amazing episode. Luckily, the Survivor gods were on our side yet again. Let's have a look at the top 5 moments of the 11th episode of Survivor 42.
Top 5, Top 5, baby! Top 5, baby!
Mike is soaring high after last week. He feels like he got out a High who was a thorn in his side. He didn't feel respect from High and felt used, like a puppet. Of course, it doesn't help that Omar told him that High viewed Mike as a puppet. Mike chooses his targets on an emotional basis. Not only High, but he also targeted Chanel, because Chanel voted for him and he couldn't let go of that. Same story with Daniel. If you cross Mike, he holds a grudge until you're out. This makes Mike predictable and easily manipulated, as we saw Omar do. Mike came into this merge in a very strong position. He was in a big alliance with an idol in his pocket and a very strong social game. Over the weeks, Mike has lost his agency. He is solely dependable on his alliance with Omar. He still has a strong social game that makes him a jury threat, but if and when Omar is done with Mike, I don't see where Mike turns to save himself.
He's become the new High, and that's not going to work for him out here. I can tell you that right now.
Just like Mike, Jonathan is not doing so great either. Not physically and not strategically. Jonathan is by far the biggest player on the island. The bigger the person, the more food they need to keep their strength. This means Jonathan is feeling the monster more than others. It's affecting his mood and therefore affecting his social game. He is losing his patience with some of his tribe mates, which bumps him up on the target list for some. Like Mike, Jonathan came into the merge in a solid spot. He was not only in the big alliance of 8, but also in Taku 4, that still remains intact at Final 7. He also showed he is more than a comp beast. Jonathan has a strong social game which kept him alive thus far, but he is struggling here at the end. His social game is crumbling. He is being targeted by multiple people even within the Taku 4. He doesn't even seem to be the big jury threat that so many saw him as in the beginning of the merge. Jonathan is running out of runway. Winning out seems to be one of his only courses left, and even then I doubt he wins in the final 3.
I have held my tongue so much, but just because of that bickering, I know that that's gonna put a seed in her mind to try to vote me off now.
This soft reboot of Survivor has introduced many new twists and advantages, but none are as bad as the do or die twist. If you choose to play and fall off first, you have to put your fate in the game up to chance. Choose a box out of 3, after that Jeff removes a box and you get the chance to swap. The Monty Hall problem states you have the best odds if you swap, but in the end you are crossing your fingers and hoping you don't choose the skull. First of all, why would you ever choose to play and participate in this asinine twist? Whether you're on the bottom or not, you should never put your game at risk like this. Your chances are better by just scrambling and going to a vote than trying your luck at this carnival game. Secondly, this twist removes one of the core aspects of Survivor: voting. I don't mind Survivor shaking up the game. It keeps the game fresh and is one of the reasons why the show is on the air for so long. However, you can't remove voting from the equation. It's not Survivor anymore if you do. Luckily, just like Survivor 41, Survivor 42 dodges a bullet when Lindsay chooses the flame. For the love of everyone that loves Survivor, don't bring this back for Survivor 43.
It's a big decision. Take a moment.
I've got to believe in the card. Ah! Impossible!
In the immunity challenge, which will decide who will play Do or Die, only 2 people compete. Jonathan and Lindsay are the only ones foolish enough to partake in this. Jonathan I get. He's a competitor. The urge to compete is stronger than himself. He also got votes last tribal, and he has a strong chance at winning. Winning these competitions might also be his best shot at not only getting to the end, but winning the game. Lindsay is a whole lot more difficult to understand. Lindsay is in a solid spot. She still has the Taku 4 to protect her, even though she is targeting Jonathan. Lindsay also has an alliance with Drea. It gives Lindsay a lot of options at Final 7. Lindsay's biggest problem seems to be her focus on Jonathan. He's no threat to her. Even as a rival in challenges, Jonathan functions as the perfect shield in front of Lindsay. If Jonathan wasn't there, Lindsay might be a target right now. Lindsay has the social game and the agency. The only thing she is missing is a resume move. She still has time to make that move, but without it, she'll have a tough time at Final 3 if she gets there.
I'm very disappointed in myself because that was such a dumb decision.
The group has to prepare in the event that Lindsay escapes the do or die hammer. The 5 big players, Omer, Mike, Lindsay, Jonathan and Drea, agree to not go after each other, but pick off Romeo first and then Marianne. Of course, this is meaningless. At Final 7 you have to target the people that are threats. One of those threats is Drea. Strong socially, strong physically, and has a shit ton of advantages to use. A new idol if Lindsay leaves, an extra vote, and the knowledge is power advantage. Drea however wants to target Mike, and Omer is not opposed. However, alarm bells go off when Drea tells Omer about her advantage and plans to steal Mike's idol. Big mistake from Drea. Knowledge is power when you know where the power lies, but you lose that power when you share the knowledge of the advantage. If Drea steals Mike's idol and Lindsay leaves, then Drea has 2 idols and an extra vote at Final 6. Way too much power for one person to have. Omer goes to Lindsay and together they weigh off their many options. At Tribal they probably make their best choice possible. Lindsay is safe, Mike gave his idol to Omer, so Drea's advantage crashes and burns. Drea uses her vote, but is voted out 5-3. Early on, Drea was a winner pick. She took control of the Ica tribe from the start and quickly collected an arsenal of advantages. She was always included in an alliance, but never got a ride or die. She had Rocktroy and after that Omer, but both didn't pan out for her. She kept her cards close to her chest, but when she shared, she often shared with the wrong person. Pre-merge, she shared her extra vote with Swati and Tori, who turned on her. Post-merge, she overshared with Omer, which got her voted out. Dre's advantages got her into a power position, but when those advantages got public, it's also what got her out of the game. It shows once again that advantages are a double-edged sword. When they become public, you become public target. Number 1.
The tribe has spoken.
2 more episodes to go. Taku 4 are still intact, but will they stick together or finally see Omer for the puppet master he is? Let me know what you think. drop a like if you like, and I'll see you next time.